K-pop might disappear by 2030, is what InternetsNathan would say. In this video right here, today we are going to be taking a quick look at why K-pop might disappear by 2030. But hello there everybody, my name is Nathan, also known as SYJofficial, and here today we are kind of reviving our reactions, at least coming out of retirement at least once. But we're not going to be reacting to a music video, we are going to be reacting to a fellow K-pop content creator, also known as InternetsNathan. Your mom and dad have amazing taste, Nathan. You have an amazing name. I don't know what it is about it, But today we are going to be checking out his video, Why K-Pop Might Disappear by 2030. It seems like a very saucy video, and I think I have some input with it. I haven't watched it yet, so hence why this is a reaction. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Big shout out to InternetsNathan. Subscribe to him for all of your K-pop needs. Without further ado, let's get into it. In 3, 2, 1.
K-pop might disappear by 2030.
Hope you guys can hear that.
You may think I'm just a typical YouTuber who's trying to clickbait you with a title like this, but I am actually not clickbaiting here. This is a real thing that can and probably will happen. K-pop is the fastest rising music genre in the world that we have loved for a long time now.
Very true.
But it will disappear by 2030. Kind of like
okay.
my home state, Florida, when the world water level rises. Now back to K-pop.
Climate change is real, people.
In the best case scenario, K-pop will lose the K. So then what happens to K-pop?
Okay, I think I see where this video might be going.
By 2030, how can it survive? Let's find out. Okay, but some of you right now are like, Nathan, haven't you seen how K-pop blew up in the last couple years?
I love your name.
And to that, I would say, you're right. When have we ever seen a K-pop group perform at a parade for an American holiday with the American staff of the parade not knowing how to dance to Savage?
Very true.
I don't need to tell you how K-pop has the most eyes on it and people Googling K-pop and K-pop members than ever before.
Yeah.
K-pop as we know it has already peaked and showing signs of declining. Not in popularity because Korea is killing it and culture is being consumed by people outside of Korea. From food to
Dang,
music,
Karina
and
looks
of course,
so good.
A little show that people couldn't help but talk about. Quickly after
Absolutely.
the release, the thrilling survival show Squid Game became the most watched show on Netflix.
Yes.
Whole platform.
Love the show, by the way.
Show in 81 countries that probably don't speak Korean. That shows you the power and influence Korean culture has right now. Also, Squid Game can.
It's got Mr. Beast, Offline TV.
I mean, if you spent any time on TikTok, you've seen the remake of Lisa's song "Money" with Squid Game. Again, all aspects of
the amount of times I've seen Lisa's "Money" in TikTok is pretty much like a 75% on my entire FYP.
Korean culture naturally boost one another. K-pop and Korean TV. To put it short, K-pop is on full hype train mode right now.
Absolutely.
But I've seen Squid Game, and probably you did too. And I got a serious question for you.
Yes.
Do you want to avoid ending up in debt and forced to play in Squid Game Season 2 to possibly win millions of dollars, or probably fail trying? The best way to avoid it is with today's sponsor, Extra. Extra is a
okay, we got a sponsorship, so.
A few moments later.
And now back to the video.
Okay, we're back to content. Here we go.
K-pop might disappear by 2030. Believe it or not, it's all babies' fault. Well, more like the little number of babies being born.
Wait, huh?
Jumping into some statistics now. So if you just went on winter break, welcome to K-Pop 101 with me, your professor. Birth rates in Korea are one of the lowest in the entire world, with the number of births declining every single year. I mean, over the past 10 years, the amount of births have been cut in half to over 250,000 births in 2020.
In
Why
Korea.
does this affect K-pop? Well, fewer kids means less talent for K-pop companies to choose from. We all know major K-pop.
Hang on, I was totally expecting this conversation to go another way. I was totally expecting this conversation to go that, like, because K-pop has been on the rise in the West so prominently within these past couple of years, I totally thought this video was gonna go in the direction of K-pop will lose the K and just end up becoming pop. Because groups like BTS, groups like Twice are releasing more full English title tracks, more BTS than Twice, but you guys get what I mean. When will it get to the point where K-pop is no longer K-pop? When will it get to that point? I thought this was where the video was heading towards, but now that we're talking about birth rates, Nathan, you kind of caught me off guard here.
K-pop companies scout and hold auditions in hopes of finding the next big idol on the daily. With the decline in births, a decline in idols follows. That's why I set the doomsday clock somewhere in 2030.
Okay.
In 10 years, with the current trends of births in Korea we see now, we could see no more new Korean idols in K-pop. But there is a way K-pop survives this aside from more babies being born. In fact, there are multiple ways K-pop can continue to thrive, and leaders in K-pop are already doing it, like here in SM Entertainment. Young trainees and idols in K-pop have been a major talking point for the longest time now. Many people find it weird how K-pop companies can just snatch up these kids to join their company and train for years. But that is exactly what SM Entertainment is doing to get ahead of the end times of K-pop by 2030. SM is going out and finding more young talent to join their company, like this trainee. He is one of SM's newest addition to their trainee system. And this guy was born in 2009.
9?
We got our first modern pandemic of swine flu.
Hang on. Sorry for the little pause on the piggies, but 2009? Guys, where was I in 2009? I was probably still in elementary school. What? Fam, where are you guys at right now? How old are you feeling now? 2009? That's insane.
And Obama became the president of the United States. That's it, man. I'm ancient. Now, what SM is doing is
Nathan, I love that hot dog outfit.
Other companies can't. This really doesn't solve K-pop's disappearing problem, but puts SM Entertainment in a better position than other companies, but only for the time being. While that is more of a band-aid solution, this one is more of a long-term fix. But it changes the whole look of K-pop as we know it. Foreign idols in K-pop are nothing new. In fact, it's almost mandatory if you want your group to reach a global audience. Having English speakers is a must, and idols who are from neighboring countries like
Very true. Very true. When was the last time you've seen a group that didn't have a non-Korean member, or a member from overseas, from Canada, from the US, from Thailand, from Japan? Like, when was the last time you've seen a group where you didn't see a non-Korean member? When was the last time you've guys seen that? I'm trying to think of like in recent memory, but I can't remember the last time. Gee.
But even that won't be as reliable since Japan is almost in the same.
Hang on, what is this? Is this like a album cafe?
Boat as Korea in low birth rates. I feel like there's something screaming out to me. Something that there's a major concern.
This is the first time I've ever seen something like this before.
The Philippines and surrounding Southeast Asia love K-pop.
Yeah, we do. That's my nation right there. Yeah, we do.
Any other country that includes the USA. That also means there's a lot of money to be made from merch to concerts. And that is where I believe K-pop should go next. Scout talent from the Philippines and other places K-pop companies have never looked before. But that brings up another issue among K-pop fans. What makes K-pop K-pop?
Yeah, okay.
Korean idols,
I think this is where I was thinking this conversation was gonna go.
Music made from Korea, or through K-pop agencies. Or even a bigger question mark is, how will Koreans themselves think about this foreign idols debuting in K-pop and promoting in Korea? For that, we'll probably have to wait and see. And finally, we have the last thing that can save K-pop from disappearing, and that is debuting a group in every country in the world.
What?
Maybe not global domination, but pretty close. YOUA Entertainment and SM Entertainment are doing what is called globalization by localization. To put it in
okay, I've heard this.
A group in a country that looks like people who are from that country, train them in the same system that made superstar K-pop groups, and promote them in their own country. We're actually seeing the beginning of this with groups like
Niziu. Yeah.
A JYP girl group that was created in a survival show
for Japan, right?
SM did a similar thing by expanding their NCT group to add the
YOUA. Yeah, okay.
Countries. And most recently, SM Entertainment again, who wants to create a NCT Hollywood.
Oh.
Which would be another.
Guys, I have many thoughts on NCT Hollywood should that ever come into fruition, but let's finish up this video. 1 minute left.
Made up of Americans who will debut in America.
Ooh.
NCT is searching all across America for its next star.
21 lucky contestants will be selected to join SM in Seoul, Korea, and go through its K-pop boot camp right there.
And the winners will become NCT Hollywood and debut here in America.
In America.
Trust me, that's going to be every amount of cringe as you can imagine, but we're getting it nonetheless. Even if you didn't want it, it seems like all of this is out of the
It's
world
gonna
right
happen.
now.
It's inevitable.
Modern problems require modern solutions. And all of these things that K-pop companies are already doing is to fight back against the problem of a disappearing young population. They saw it coming before anyone else. And over time, not too far from now, you're gonna see more and more of what I mentioned happening. K-pop won't really disappear, but it sure is going to look a lot different than today.
That is so true. Okay, so Nathan, you brought up so many good points there. So I thought that we were going to take this conversation in a completely different direction, like from the popularity of K-pop in the past couple of years or so, with like releases from like Permission to Dance, for Butter, for Dynamite from BTS, to the Feels from Twice. I thought we were gonna go the route of what is K-pop these days, because K-pop is not the same genre that, like, let's say a second generation K-pop fan has grown up to listen to. The genre itself has changed so much over the years, and I totally thought that we were going to go in that conversation, but now that you brought up the topic of South Korean birth rates, like, it makes complete sense to think about it, because with a declining birth rate, of course you're going to have less talent to train, if it definitely narrows down to that. But that does bring up a lot of questions, like the topic of NCT Hollywood. K-pop debuting outside of the US, would that still be considered K-pop? At what point does K-pop stop becoming K-pop? Should K-pop remain as music from artists from South Korea, from the Hallyu wave? Or is the mere association with a Korean entertainment company, ergo SM or JYP or YG Entertainment or Big Hit Entertainment, would that classify them as K-pop? It really brings up the topic of what is K-pop and what is K-pop becoming, and what can we expect it to look like in the future. In a month from now, I'm filming this video in December 6th, 2021. We are effectively 8 to 9 years away from that point right now, and man, like 2 generations of college students will graduate by that time. How will K-pop look like then? That thought just blows my mind. Back in 2011 even, like when I was in middle school and when I first got into K-pop, K-pop was a completely different atmosphere then. We were talking about Big Bang, we were talking about 2NE1, Super Junior, Wonder Girls, Beast, M-Black, Miss A. 2012 comes around, EXO, BAP coming around to the scene. Remember that war? And we are 10 years later, 2021. In 2021, we got groups like NCT and all of their subunits. We got aespa, we got Kepler just around the corner, we got TXT, we got ENHYPEN, we got Weekly, we got Stacy, P1 Harmony. What other groups can I name drop right now? But you guys get the point. The K-pop music from 2011 is drastically different from the K-pop music we have now in 2021. And it only begs the question, how is K-pop going to be like 10 more years down the line? And I don't know why I'm feeling like a sense of existential dread, but that question in my mind is just like, I'm excited, but I am also scared at the same time. This was still an amazing analysis and an amazing video of the K-pop climate now, and a little forecast of how it would be later down the line. This was, Nathan, this is an amazing video. As much as I would love to say I would love to work with you in the future, I know you're a very busy man, and I don't know if collaborations are your cup of tea, but hey, if you want to collaborate with another K-pop content creator who also shares your name, I'm right here. Just hit me up. You got my Instagram, right? You got my Instagram, you got my TikTok, right? Right? I'm kidding, but I'm totally open to any collaborations in the future. I would love to. You're one of my favorite K-pop content creators. So Nathans of the same name gotta stick together, you know. But guys, what do you all think about InternetsNathan, why K-pop might disappear in 2030? What are your guys' perspective on how K-pop is going to evolve over time leading to 2030? This like sparks like a very big conversation, and I really want to see what you guys think. So guys, if you want to let me know your perspective on K-pop and where it's going to go 10 years down the line, let me know your predictions and more in the comment section down below. Me personally, you know that Rowlet meme where he's just like, he's trying to process the events of his entire life all in one go? Like, that's me right now, just thinking about the question. But guys, did you all know that only 1.7% of you guys are subscribed? But guys, come on in. The doors to the Energetic Nation are wide open. And if you guys are part of the multi-fandom, go ahead and leave the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the bell icon today to make sure you guys aren't missing a thing and to become part of the Energetic Nation today. Links to all of my socials, especially to the Discord server, are in the description down below. And I hope you guys have an amazing and safe holiday season. I know it's getting colder out there, so be sure to take care of yourselves. It's a dangerous world we're living in now, folks, so please do take care of yourselves, and let's all watch out for each other and be kind to one another. But guys, that's my time. My name is Nathan, SYJofficial, and until then, see you guys next time. Bye!